Hello. Overdrive is a global distributor of digital content for libraries and schools. Overdrive is the leading digital reading platform for libraries and schools worldwide. We're dedicated to creating a world enlightened by reading, by delivering the industry's largest catalogue of ebooks, audiobooks, and other digital media to a growing network of over 50,000 libraries and schools in over 78 countries. Today, I will be talking to you about making ebook content. I am Johanna Brinton, the Senior Regional Manager for the EMEA region at Overdrive, and I'm joined by my colleague Nadine Ashkar, who is an account executive and manager for the MENA region at Overdrive. Both of us will be available to answer any questions you have after this presentation. This session will explain ebook formats, challenges in making ebooks, resources available for the creation of ebooks, and general considerations about copyright and security of ebooks and their distribution. Ebooks come in several formats. Some of them are proprietary to the platforms that distribute them, and some of them can be universally used. I have listed those that are universally used, and those are PDF, EPUB 3, and a variant of EPUB 3, which is fixed layout. While still common, PDF has downsides when being used on digital devices. Its big downside is the lack of native reflowing. Reflowing is the term used to describe when a file can adapt its presentation according to the size of the screen or the setting a user has selected. So while PDF is an easy way to make books available, you can't adapt the size of the page to the screen that you're reading, which is why with the prevalent use of mobile reading on telephones or tablets, PDF is no longer the preferred option for reading ebooks. EPUB 3 is the most widely adopted ebook file format. Initially developed by the International Digital Publishing Forum, which is now part of the World Wide Web Consortium, EPUB 3 is an open standard that many contributors around the world have created and which is best suited to create ebooks that can be distributed and work well with all forms of screens, whether a large screen, computer screen, or a tablet screen, or a mobile telephone screen. A variant of EPUB 3, which is used especially for highly illustrated books, such as children's picture books or chemistry books with a lot of formula, is the EPUB fixed layout format. In a fixed layout EPUB, the contents of the page slide off the edge of the screen. It's like a printed book. The size and position of the pictures and text must remain constant. And text and images are paginated, and they don't change no matter how big or small the screen size is. The challenges you as publishers may encounter in creating EPUBs is making sure that you adopt a file format which is compatible with most mobile devices used today. The majority of ebook readers, as in people who read the books, will use a mobile device to read. And for you to ensure that reader has a good reader experience, the best format to use is EPUB. The content flows or reflows to fit the screen. The EPUB format is also the preferred format to make books accessible to people with visual impairment, as accessibility features of their devices can support the reading of an EPUB file. So by adopting EPUB format, you will make your books more inclusive and more discoverable and more user-friendly on a variety of devices for a variety of people with different reading needs. One of the challenges and opportunities you will encounter is that to create EPUB files, you will need a technical work stream. An EPUB file can be produced from a Word document, a print-ready PDF document, and an InDesign file. So just the way you produce the files which you then send to a printer for physical books, you should take into consideration adding to your work stream a work stream that generates the EPUB file at the same time. One of the other considerations in setting up the work stream and workflows to generate EPUBs is the costs of such an operation. Conversion to EPUB can be done in-house with a technical team well trained in the workflow requirements. Another option is to outsource the conversion of your books into EPUB files to a conversion specialist company. I have listed some resources for you to discover or expand your knowledge on the industry resources for production of EPUB. All of these resources have been created and authored by participants to the IDPF, which is now part of the World Wide Web Consortium. The specification is the first link I have provided here. So this is the specification of EPUB files, which is very complete and important information. I have listed the quality checking page, which is EPUB Check. It's a tool through which, when you have generated your EPUB file or produced your EPUB file, you can run your file through EPUB Check, and EPUB Check will mark out any coding errors that you may have made while producing the file. And the next link I have provided here is understanding the error codes that EPUB Check has given you. There is a validator that will provide more context and more information on what those codes mean and how to fix the errors that have been found in the EPUB file. And last but not least, I have included a link to the EPUB Best Practices page, where many contributors obviously have provided information that is useful to the entire publishing industry. One of the main challenges that Overdrive has met while ingesting content in EPUB file that has been provided to us by publishing partners who have produced their Arabic texts in EPUB format has been some errors in the construction with regards to the right to left reading attribute, which are sometimes missing and need to be added for the book to behave as a book and to be read from right to left and go from first chapter to first paragraph to the end of the first page and so on right through until the end of the book. So this is an important part to get right, and definitely something that is well documented in the EPUB 3 specification and has its own chapter. When you're considering your production environment and considering which ways you can create EPUBs, you may want to look at creating a workflow internally, if that is something that you wish to do at the same time as your print-ready files, or you may consider outsourcing to a conversion partner. And there are many companies specialized in the creation of EPUB files for publishers. And one of the examples I have included on this slide, just as an example of a company that has produced very good quality EPUB files for publishers who work with Overdrive, but there are hundreds of other companies out there, and I would recommend that you get several quotes from different companies and that you make a considered decision if you are outsourcing the EPUB production to a conversion partner company. One of the important considerations before making your books available in digital format is obviously copyright and security. Copyright is the legal principle that expresses society's respect for authors, publishers, and protects the commercial interests in their creation. Due diligence is necessary on who distributes ebooks and how are they protected by the distributor. And I mentioned this to you as publishers. It is important when considering sending your ebooks through a variety of channels, whether to retailers or whether to platform such as Overdrive to reach libraries, to make sure that the companies that you work with or enter an agreement with for distribution of your ebooks are respectful of your authors and your copyright, and that we take the necessary measures to protect the files. Digital rights management, DRM, is a form of encryption that is used to inhibit or control the amount of copying, pasting, and printing of ebooks. It's a form of copyright protection used to fight unauthorized distribution of copyrighted works. There are different DRM forms, and some are proprietary to the platforms on which the books are read. At Overdrive, we take utmost security measures to ensure that books are safe within our environment and that they are safeguarded with the right amount of protections. We use 2 levels of protection. We use DRM level, and obviously because we are working with libraries, we also use time-limited DRM. When a book is, for example, borrowed by a library user, the file will automatically return itself to the library collection at the end of the lending period. But DRM is more than that. It's something that you as a publisher are able to establish the parameters for which DRM you would like us to apply before you start uploading books. It's part of the technical questionnaire that our technical team will be asking every publisher at the start of a distribution relationship with Overdrive. Some publishers, for example, of trade titles, may wish not to allow users to copy text from their book and paste text from their book or print any pages of their book from their device, while others, such as academic publishers, may wish to allow users to print up to a maximum of 20 or 50 pages, whatever the parameter the publisher wishes to install or make available to users. That is established at the beginning of the relationship with Overdrive and taken into consideration at that point. And from the moment we start uploading a publisher's titles to our platform, the DRM settings selected by that platform is applied to every title that is uploaded to Overdrive. We make sure that every book is safe within our environment, and we make sure that readers are able to discover the book within the parameters that have been established by the publishers. I will be answering questions you may have with my colleague Nadine, but if there are any pieces of information or more details that you would like to inquire about after the conference, I am providing you with my contact details. I can be contacted by telephone or by email. I'm based in London, in the United Kingdom, and my colleague Nadine Ashkar is based in Cleveland, Ohio, in the USA, and I have also provided her telephone number and her email address here. Thank you very much. I look forward to hearing your questions soon, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you.